We are inside Maverick Stadium in Logan, Utah. Tonight's matchup, the Preston Indians taking on the Logan Grizzlies. Well, welcome to Utah Sports Network's coverage of high school football. I am Michael Clanton, joined by Adam Larson. This is the Rocky Mountain Kickoff, the first of two games. The second game will be Shelley against Skyview. It's supposed to be 20 minutes following this game. Hopefully about 8:30 is the plan there. Let's talk about Preston first from Idaho, just about 25 miles away. They're a 4A school, which is the second highest classification in Idaho. They'll be playing, though, their first game of the season. They had success last year. They went to the playoffs a year ago. They returned a lot of those players back. And I can't wait to see quarterback Ty Hyde. Watch for him, number 8. A couple of years ago, he was their left tackle, and now he's their quarterback.
You know, interesting move. You don't often hear about a left tackle making a move over to quarterback, but Hyde has made that move, and the Preston coaching staff is very happy with it, looking to see some big things from Ty Hyde this year. So we'll see what he can do in the first game of the season for the Indians.
Yeah, he was productive, threw for about 1,600 yards. That's pretty good stuff. And how about for Logan? They were a feel-good story a season ago, but their head coach left for Ridgeline, and now they've had their third coach in as many seasons. Cade Thornley, watch for him, number 5. He's a dynamic running back. He's been bothered by his shoulder. Hopefully he's 100% tonight, because in this Rocky Mountain kickoff last year, he put on a show.
Yeah, we'll definitely look to see what he can do tonight. You know, he's been compared to Christian McCaffrey by some people. It's about the style he likes to run. And, you know, if you've got someone that can run like Christian McCaffrey, you know you've got someone good.
Bart Bowen, he's the first-year head coach at Logan. This offense is designed for a dynamic playmaking running back, so he should be ultra-productive. We'll see if he gets a chance here tonight to show you what he's got. So the opening kickoff taken by Preston in white. This is Iverson, who's across the 25 to about the 29-yard line. We'll see his name a lot. He's tailback for this spread attack for the Preston Indians. Again, playing their first game of the season. Eric Thorson in his second season. He actually made his coaching debut on Craig Anders' staff, who was the Skyview head coach back in 2005. We actually did that Layton Skyview game. So he goes back to Cache Valley a number of years. We'll get into his story as this game progresses. So our first chance to see Ty Hyde, number 8, 6'7", 240. Again, was left tackle about 3 seasons ago. Option play, he's the lead blocker on this. Gets a nice block. Pretty good play on first down. Explosive run to start the game off up to the 48-yard line. I believe that was Andrew Iverson.
Iverson with a good run there, and you know, as a running back, you've got a big quarterback out there blocking for you. That's exactly what you want. Former offensive lineman knows how to do it.
What a play call. You don't see the quarterback as we have one more look at it. Nice run by Iverson. They want to get the ball to him 20 times a game. He said, we're not a good coaching staff if we don't get this kid touches. He's a dynamic playmaker. Hyde to pass. This is Smith out on the far side. Pick up on first down into Logan territory at about the 48-yard line.
Nice little play to start off their passing game. Just a quick screen pass out to the side. You know, a good 5 yards there.
Smith is a good one, according to Coach Eric Thorson. And Scotty Dunn, watch for number 2. They want to get him the ball as well. First team all-conference receiver. Instead, they keep it on the ground to Iverson, the senior.
Andrew Iverson on the carry for Preston.
Coach Thorson says he's a load to bring down. He's strong and shifty, downhill type runner. And occasionally they'll look to him out of the backfield on passing routes.
It's always nice to have a running back that can come out and catch a ball. You know, that's why they compare him to Christian McCaffrey, another one of those running backs that can get out of the backfield and catch a pass.
Yeah, he's a little bit bigger, speaking of Iverson, than Thornley, although neither roster comes equipped with measurements, so we don't know how tall or or the weight of either player, but just looking at Iverson, you can tell he's just a little bit bigger. Boy, this first drive of Preston, impressive so far. Another first down.
Been getting some good yards, you know, 2 passing plays, 2 rushing plays, and moving the ball quite a bit, starting at about the 30-yard line, and they're already almost at the 30-yard line on the other side of the field.
That was Tate Green with the reception. Didn't think we would see him a ton tonight. First drive of 2019 by Preston. High, boy, plenty of time. Looking to go to Scotty Dunn, but he sailed that pass high, incomplete.
Like you said earlier, they're looking to go to Scott Dunn. A fast receiver out there on the edge, and just a little bit over his head that time.
Preston, they take out Green and bring in Inglet. Boy, Hyde is a big body. You could just see it even up from our vantage point, which is high atop here in Maverick Stadium. Here is Iverson. Oh, did a nice job using his blocks. Picks up about 9 yards.
There's that shiftiness you're talking about earlier. Quick little stop and then makes his move. You can see right here, a little shake there, just gets the defenders off of him so he can get to the outside.
Blockers love that too. Be patient. Let them set up that block so you can create some running room. Tight formation here. Iverson, boy, not much doing inside. This Logan defense, they've had some issues last year. They surrendered 25 points a game. That was 12th in 4A. This year, in 2 games, they're allowing 46.5 points a game. So it's been a challenge for this defense. They do return the same defensive coordinator they had last year, but they were overwhelmed against Provo. And in that Stansbury game, that was a competitive game. Logan almost came back. They scored 21 fourth-quarter points, but lost by 6.
Yeah, that game was a shootout, almost a basketball score in that game. It was both teams in the 40s. That's a high-scoring game. So, you know, it'd be exciting if we saw something like that tonight.
Pressure, can they bring Hyde down? Finally they do. Clear back at the 40. So Hyde had some time initially and then ran out of time, and eventually Logan got there.
Like Andrew Thompson, the senior linebacker, was there for Logan to get the sack, and you know that goes from a second or a third down and 2 to 15 now.
Looks like Shopbell was also in the area. The 2 linebackers, Thompson, he is making the switch. He was a strong safety last year, and they moved into linebacker. It's a 4-2-5 defense that Logan employs. And now Logan with the ball. So our first look at Ethan Wilson. He's a Mountain Crest transfer. And can you believe this number? The 3rd leading passer in the nation. Now his coach did say half the country hasn't played yet, so he's got a little bit of an advantage, but still, he's good at the passing attack. Here is Cade Thornley, the senior. Coming into this game, Thornley, 19 carries, 67 yards. He also has 5 catches for 85 yards. But again, we've talked about he's been bothered by his shoulder. Now I guess the other shoulder is giving him a little bit of issues. So he's not 100%. It's a pain tolerance thing. But he should still factor large in this offense. They're going deep, and this is incomplete. Scott Dunn was out there to knock it away. Get a pass break up here by Dunn.
Good position by Dunn to be in there, just, not turning his head around too soon, but getting right in front of that ball, ready to make a play on it.
looking to go to J.J. Sargent, number 8. He's a good one. I remember him from last year in the Woods Cross game we covered. He comes in as the leading receiver for Logan with 11 catches, 251 yards, and 2 touchdowns. So a quick 3 and out by this Logan offense. Here is Scott Dunn. Boy, gets a nice block on the edge. This is a good return, and then he was brought down a little bit late by Thompson, but I don't see a penalty marker down. No flags.
Not seeing
but,
one there.
I did feel like he was already on the boundary when 37 makes contact. He steps out there and then the hit. So officials are letting him play on here. But that was a good return, and also, boy, the blocking on the edge was
phenomenal right there.
very good by Preston. So their second crack at it. They have won the field position game. Again, this time they're gonna start in plus territory. And they had a good drive until the very end. Took that big loss.
That 4th down play, you know, fourth and about a yard, and sucks, but you take a 12-yard sack there and turn it over on downs. Not ideal for the Indians, but we'll see what they can do here, starting in plus territory.
Hyde again running out of time. Initially it was there, and he's gonna be brought down. I mean, it's hard to bring 6'7", 240 down, but he was in the, I guess, grasp.
That was Isaac Hopkins, number 44 for the Logan defense, getting there quickly to get the sack. And now the Indians here are going to start with about a 2nd down and 20 after that great return from Scott Dunn.
And a penalty, delay of game. Delay of game, so the 2nd and 19 is going to be even longer now after this penalty. 2nd and 24.
Well, we just talked about how they had such great field position to start this drive, and we're not even into the second play, and it's already a 2nd and 25 about.
Confused why Hyde held onto that ball, though. It looked like he had time to get rid of it. He's got time now, he does. Wide open on the boundary, and a pass breakup on the far side. What a hit that was. Brings up a 3rd and long now.
Great throw by Hyde, too. Just put that in a good spot for the receiver to make a play on it, but even better defense there.
Hyde again, boy, another deep shot, and he had Scott out there. Took a shot, but no penalty. And 4th down now coming up for Preston.
Hard to get anything going when you start your drive with a 2nd and 25. Defense pretty much knows it's going to be a pass every time there.
Penalty marker is down. Oh, going to be returned on the hop. And this is Ike Larson. And he's a special athlete, folks. Verbally committed to Utah State. But when he gets the ball in his hands, he is just a playmaker. They'll have to check the penalty.
Larson, one of those guys that can just do it all. Plays great defense and, you know, in the kick returning game as well. You can see he makes a good return there. But we'll see what the penalty is.
on mentioning the drive starts, but it really hasn't made a difference. No score so far. So Logan can pick up a first down on this, their second series. As Ethan Wilson has time. Big ball. He's got a man out there, and it's caught for a Logan touchdown.
Logan striking first in this game with the long ball. You can see why Wilson's third in the nation in throwing now. They like to take deep shots.
That was J.J. Sargent, the leading receiver, again coming in, 11 catches, 251 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Now he scored his third touchdown of the season, and a lot of them the big play variety. And for Wilson, I mean, he's thrown 7 interceptions, which seems alarming in 2 games, but has now touchdown pass number 4, and the extra point is good. 5:56 remaining here in the first quarter, and the Grizzlies strike first on top of Preston by a count of 7-0. Back right after this.
Planet Fitness? Isn't that the gym where they like have rules against acting like you're better than everyone else? But then, what's the point of being better than everyone else if you don't get to act like it? Seems like a waste of superiority, if you ask me. I think I'm better off being better here.
Good, because we're Planet Fitness, a place for everyone else. Planet Fitness, the judgment-free zone.
The Dave W. Johnson I Just Had My Annual Checkup and My BMI Sucks program. From expert advice to personalized product combinations, GNC has weight loss programs that fit.
So Preston able to return that to about the 25 of their third opportunity now with possession. But trailing 7-0. And how about that pass by Ethan Wilson to J.J. Sargent? That was a thing of beauty.
Definitely was. You can see why, like we were saying earlier, why he's got so many passing yards and third in the nation is because Logan likes to throw that deep ball. And when you've got a guy that can throw it like that, you might as well.
So Ty Hyde in this Indians offense trailing for the first time tonight. Start on the ground with Andrew Iverson, who picks up maybe 1.
That's Chris Schobel coming in for the tackle for the Grizzlies here, stopping him right about at the line of scrimmage.
Schobel coming into this game with 11 tackles, and he was in on that fourth down play, as well as Thompson. He's a good one. He was there last year too, second on the team in tackles. He had 85 tackles in 2018. His coach says he likes to hit people. Direct snap to Iverson. And picks up just a couple. This is much better from this Logan Grizzly defense. First 2 drives, they surrendered a lot through the air. They're a little more stingy on the run. 3rd and 8 now, coming up here for Preston.
First drive for Preston, you know, they were moving the chains like it was nothing, and now Logan's defense has seemed to come on strong, and it's been a bit harder for Preston to get some yards going here in their second and third drives.
The big ball. Scotty's out there, and it's knocked away. Until that was Zane or if it was Sargent who...
Either way, good defense from him there. Just able to knock away that pass. Fourth down here for the Indians, and they'll punt deep in their own territory.
There's Larson, he got a block. They call for... Well, I thought a penalty marker was down because he almost came to a complete stop, speaking of Larson, but he was just baiting the defense. Well, he is fun to watch there. That's to keep our eyes. Didn't it seem like the play was going to be blown dead because he was kind of stopping?
Definitely. You know, you never really see a returner catch the kick, make one move, and then just stop dead in his tracks and wait there for a second. And where it happens right after that big block, you're thinking, whoa, is this, are we stopping here?
Yeah, he got me off guard, that's for sure, up here. Okay, so they have the big strike to Sargent. Here's Thornley. And Cade with a nice run.
Just gets to the outside edge there, and the speed takes over, and he takes it all the way down to the 37-yard line.
Thornley last year, 94 carries, 933 yards, 9 touchdowns. He was a quarterback his sophomore year. And so he is just a terrific athlete. Made a lot of contributions to this Grizzly football program. Good run, 1st and 10 now from the 37. Wilson's pass caught the screen. Look out, it's a foot race. A nice move at the 5 and another Logan Grizzly touchdown.
What a great move there, just at the end of the run. I believe that's Isaac Larson down there, making a quick move, and just right about at the 3-yard line. Stops on a dime, lets the defender run past, and then scoots into the end zone.
Here comes the PAT. It's up and it is good. Wow, this quick strike Logan offense, after going 3 and out, they have been impressive. Now leading 14-0, and Preston in a bit of trouble here. Everything was easy offensively that first drive. They got the 3 and out, but since that time it has been all Logan.
You know, Logan, 2 touchdowns on big passing plays now. One of them a deep ball through the air, the other one basically throwing a screen pass, and you know, Isaac Larson just runs it in from 37 yards out.
Thompson getting set to kick. Preston with 3 returners back deep to return. Short kick. Bouncing about the 17, live ball, so Isaiah Smith will pick it up for Preston. So the pass seemed to be working early for the Indians, and the last couple drives they've gone with the run and haven't had as much success on the ground.
Let's see what they do here. Maybe they go back to that passing attack, because you know that first drive, a large chunk of those yards they got were off of just two good passes, and maybe they go back with that, as Hyde does have a good arm.
No doubt about it. The pocket presence, though, I've kind of noticed that when there's been pressure, it seems like he's got time to get rid of it. Instead, he just holds on to it. I don't know if that has influenced the play calling. They get him on the run. And a little high, but I would think Scott Dunn will be the first guy to say, I probably should have caught that one. And through his hands. 2nd down.
It's the 3rd or 4th time this game they've targeted Dunn, and hasn't had a catch yet, but you can see they do like to throw him the ball.
Yeah, you get the feeling it's only a matter of time before he makes an impact in this game. 2nd and 10. Again, they move Hyde. Looking to, and then he's just going to dump it out of bounds. And a smart play, not taking the sack. He's able to look over to the near side and then far side, and then just dumped it out of bounds. But 3rd and 10 now after the back-to-back incomplete passes. You know, I think we're going to have a timeout here taken by Preston. Probably a good timeout to take. They just have not been able to move the ball with any type of efficiency since that first drive.
You know, we talked about right before they came out, maybe they go back to that passing game. It worked well in the first drive, and 2 downs here, they've thrown the ball and nothing going for them yet.
So Eric Thorson, he's the head coach, second year. Last year, I understand they made it to the playoffs. He graduated from Davis High School, was an assistant with Robbie Gunther at Box Elder. We talked about was also an assistant on Coach Anders' teams off and on for quite a while. He worked at Thiokol. And then in 2012, he says, I want to be a full-time coach. So he made
Interesting move there.
He made the decision to be a full-time coach. 4 years at Richfield, and now last 2 years here at Preston. Here's Hyde on 3rd down. Boy, he's got Dunn. He unloads to Dunn. It's underthrown, but it's caught. Penalty markers out. This will be pass interference on Logan. Dunn had about 3 steps. That ball was a little bit underthrown, but still able to make the connection. And that's a huge 3rd down conversion.
That's a long throw by Hyde, too. You know, throws that one from about the 15-yard line all the way down to the 35 on the opposite end of the field. Almost a 50-yard throw there.
He's a real good athlete, very good basketball player. I thought, you know, maybe that'll be his future, but as head coach Eric Thorson said, I don't know. Idaho State football, he's on their radar.
You know, it's kind of hard to get a quarterback that big. You can't teach size, as they say.
Right. Now, I don't know if it's going to be at the quarterback spot, but just I think
just a guy that big in general.
Boy, this play.
Wow.
It is blown up. Isaac Hopkins, who last year was their best pass rusher. Remember him well in the Woods Cross game. All sorts of pressure. Hard to miss with those golden shoes. Makes a huge tackle for loss. 2nd and 15. Look at this tempo by Preston. Up already at the line of scrimmage, ready to run the play. 3 receivers to the near side. Hyde. He had a man open on the far side, but elected to run it himself. Gets back to close to the original line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd and 10 now coming up for Preston.
Maybe they've looked to throw another one of those deep balls to Scott Dunn out there on the outside, as they did last time they had a 3rd and 10. Get a huge gain out of it. But I'm sure Logan's going to be prepared for that this time around.
You got to watch for 44 Isaac Hopkins, in my opinion. This guy, he's a really good pass rusher. But I'm surprised that Hyde didn't dump it down to Green. Hyde to Isaiah, incomplete. So it was there, just not executed. 4th down.
Just off the tip of Isaiah Smith's hands there. And he was open on the side too.
Fourth and 11, and Hyde is still out there. The offense is still out there. So this is somewhat no man's land, 35-yard line. 3 receivers to the near side. Looking that way, pressure comes up the middle, and that actually hits the back of the intended receiver, Garrett Ward, but he wasn't prepared. He wasn't looking. He didn't get the hot call.
Like
Wasn't
you
looking
said,
back to the ball.
Yeah, no kidding. But, you know, bit of a tough spot to start that play in, because it's like in high school, not many kickers can kick a field goal from that range, but also you don't really want to punt it in, so might as well take a chance. And they took one there, but unable to execute it.
If Ward would have looked back, though,
he was in great position. That was a good throw. Just,
I'm going to hit him in the back, right between the 1 and the 0 in the back. Okay, so Logan, they've scored in their last 2 drives. Here's Thornley. What a move. He made it to 45. Off to the races again. And Scotty finally brings him down. Scotty Dunn. able to track him down.
And you know, we're talking about Dunn on offense, but look at him on a defense there.
He was determined, wasn't he?
He was ready to track him down, and the speed of Scott Dunn just coming out.
But another dynamic run here by Thornley. A nice little shake and bake at the 45. Iverson was also in the area. Bart Bowen, whatever he's calling, seems to be working the last 3 drives. He's got Larson out there, and it's caught for a touchdown. Isaac Larson.
I think that's the closest they've been to the end zone on any of their scoring plays so far, and that was a 24-yard toss into the end zone. They definitely do like those deep balls.
I mean, Preston, they can't cover these guys. I mean, Larson's just, that would have been good in the NFL. Ike Larson, he's fun to watch. Looking forward to seeing him play. And a 95 kick return for a touchdown against Provo. Logan's only points. He had a long fumble recovery, return for a touchdown last week. They're trying him on offense, and he has made a difference. So now Logan connecting on their last 3 drives. And if you're Preston now, this is game 1 for you. You got to be a little shell-shocked. I mean, kind of played the underdog card coming into it. Well, they're bigger than us. And, it's a good opportunity for us. We're excited for it, but they have struggled here in this opening quarter.
They had to think, that first drive of Logan's wasn't looking great. They're thinking, oh man, we could play with them, and then Logan comes out 3 straight in a row and just puts some touchdowns on them. So we'll see what Preston can do here on this drive.
This is Iverson. Across the 25, dives forward to the 27. In the last drive for Preston, they were able to move it down, I think, to the 35 before eventually they gave it up on downs. But, so they've shown some signs of moving the ball. Just can they complete drives? But this Logan defense has cranked it up a couple of notches since that opening possession. And the pass rush seems to be working for Rice. From the 27, a little shuffle pass. And Iverson in trouble. Hard to bring down. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Grizzlies around the ball to finally bring down Andrew Iverson.
He was able to shake about 4 or 5 of them before anyone could even stop him there. Just a little spin move, got around a bunch of them. But regardless, Grizzlies able to take him down after just a gain of 1.
Brings up a 2nd and 9. We're now under 2 minutes to play in the opening quarter. That's been controlled by the Grizzlies. Hyde did a nice job with that completion to Dunn at the 33, but there's a penalty marker down at the 35. And shot bell's pointing, it's against Preston. Thought we did have a hold. Now ineligible downfield is what they're saying. Called on Preston.
So that completion going to come back, and Indians going to lose a few yards here.
Should be 2nd and 14 by the time they mark this off. Four receivers for Hyde. Iverson in the flat. Shot bell there, couldn't make the tackle. And Iverson across the 30, pardon me, the 25 to the 26-yard line. So nearly back to the original line of scrimmage.
And Andrew Thompson there for the Grizzlies to make the tackle.
Thompson came in as their leading tackler with 17 in 2 games. A 3rd and 11 now for Preston, as we're under 30 seconds in quarter number 1. Quick strike, breaking on it was Larson, and he almost intercepted that.
Very close on that play. Almost had a chance for a pick 6 there if they catch that ball right off the bat.
I think it was Larson, but I'm having a hard time up here distinguishing 8 and 6. Regardless, it's 4th down for Preston. Isaiah Smith been busy this evening. Bounces out of bounds. Let's see where they mark this. At the 35, it looks like. There is Larson.
Dynamic athlete like we've been talking about so far, making big plays on offense and defense and special teams in this game.
If you're not even a Logan fan, you're just a fan in the Valley, you want to see good football and good football players, I would come to watch him.
He's been fun to watch. I mean, we're still in the first quarter, and it seems like we're calling his name out almost every play.
Couple late substitutions here for Coach Bowen. Start with the run game, and it didn't look like there was much there, but Thornley able to charge forward, pick up 9 yards on that first down play. And that is the final play of the first quarter, a quarter that was dominated by Logan's passing attack. Defense also stout in the second part of that quarter. 12 minutes in the books. The Grizzlies on top, 20-0 over Preston.
Tonight,
They'll return to Maverick Stadium right after this.
Planet Fitness? Isn't
A
that the gym
touchdown!
where they have rules against acting like you're better than everyone else? But then, what's the point of being better than everyone else if you don't get to act like it? Seems like a waste of superiority, if you ask me. I think I'm better off being better here.
Good, because we're Planet Fitness, a place for everyone else. Planet Fitness, the judgment-free zone.
The Danny K. Griffith Whoa, My Beach Vacay is just around the corner program. From expert advice to personalized product combinations, GNC has weight loss programs.
Beginning of the second quarter, here's Thornley on the ground. Good tackle by Preston's Garrett Ward. Able to make the play. That could have gone for big yardage. But Ward, the linebacker, able to bring him down by the ankles. And a mouthpiece missing as Devin Olson had to go corral it at about the 40-yard line before going out of bounds. So 3rd and 2 for Logan. Thornley has the first down up the middle. And then brought down by Iverson in Preston territory. Brought down at the 47.
that Logan offensive line just punched a huge hole for Thornley to run through the middle there. Always nice for a running back to get a big hole. It's like, well, I guess this is what I'm going to run through right now.
Yeah, no doubt. And, Ace Kennington, he's a returner from last year, center. Wildman's back, Hadfield's back. They've got some guys returning. It's a versatile offensive line. Speaking of Bart Bowen, on just how they teach that with the Grizzlies. So if you're a guard, you can also play tackle. If you're a tackle, you can play a guard. They're interchangeable as this pass is incomplete. Brings up second down.
Third down.
Bart Bowen, not only the head coach, he's also the offensive coordinator, and he's the receiver coach. He had a pretty good first quarter.
Oh, definitely. All 3 touchdowns they had, straight to the receivers on the outside.
Logan ran 92 plays. This is Wilson, the quarterback, has a first down. And driven out of bounds at the 31-yard line. He ran the ball 16 times for 20 yards and 2 touchdowns entering this week 3 for the Grizzlies. So he can certainly do this. Just haven't seen it in this game.
Right. Just about doubles his yardage on the season just here in this single run.
Sargent had a nice block on the edge. Then the deep strike is what Logan has hurt Preston with. Just a little more methodical. Although now Wilson has Thompson wide open at the 20, breaks a tackle at the 15, and then Dunn drives him out of bounds at the 10. They're just getting wide open in the secondary.
All those receivers on the outside making great moves. And like you say, wide open. Those are easy throws that Wilson is making.
Thompson, another one of those flexible. He's a tight end. He can be a blocking tight end. He could be a pass-catching tight end. That's his 3rd catch of the season. He had 2 for 43 yards coming into this game. As this play whistled dead. False start called on the Grizzlies. Will back them up 5. Haven't really seen that many penalties on this Logan offense.
Only a few penalties so far in this game, and like you said, not many on the Logan offense. I don't know if we've seen one yet tonight on them.
Logan lost week 1 to Provo 46-7, and it lost last week at home 47-42. They had a wild comeback in the 4th. Here's Thornley breaking tackles inside the 5, and he's got another Grizzly touchdown.
Thornley making some great moves here like he has all night and finally getting into the end zone for the Grizzlies.
Right up the middle, Cade Thornley. The lineup for the PAT. Evidently they missed the last one. This is Moreno. It was a perfect 7 for 7 before. I guess it was 9 for 9 until that last one. Able to split the uprights, and now it is 27-0. How about this run by Thornley?
Making a couple guys miss there, and some great blocks on that offensive line. Darren Johnson and Ace Kennington just opening up a hole right there in the middle for him to run through.
Boy, Palmer, that's a tough one to try to bring down Thornley in space. He had that one shake, and that's all she wrote. There is Iverson back deep to return. That's some nice returns. Thompson to kick it off for Logan. Up by 4 scores here in the first half. We'll have a touchback. Thompson able to find the paint at Maverick Stadium.
Good leg on there by Thompson to get the touchback for the Grizzlies.
So they've got Thompson. He's their kickoff specialist, long field goals, and then it's Moreno for everything else. And I'm not sure. I didn't talk to Bowen enough in terms of what's the cutoff. What do you feel like is a long field goal as opposed to a shorter field goal? But if it's really long, we'll see Thompson. But right now, kicking has not been an issue for Logan. Boy, that is a shot, wasn't it?
That's a big hit
Covington.
there. Covington ready to make a play on that one.
But for Preston, getting something on first down. How about this hit? Woo! Boy, nowadays you don't know what's a good tackle anymore.
No
I'm going to say
kidding.
that's a good tackle, though. It looked like it was
that looked pretty good to me.
Face mask to face mask, but I think that's good.
That was Garrett Ward on the reception for the Indians. Nice for them to finally get yards on first down, like you said.
2nd and 4, very manageable. Here's Hyde, gonna roll him out. And that pass too tall for Cole Harris, the junior receiver. Preston, they've been able to get a little bit of separation. It's there, they're just not connecting yet. And I'm not sure if there are a few nerves here for Hyde, but he's had some guys open. Big 3rd and 4 here for the Indians, trailing by 27. Under 10 minutes here in the second quarter. Iverson. And this will be short of a first down. It was pitched by Hyde, and Hyde was out there blocking. And so they got 4th and 1. What do you do here if you're Coach Thorson?
If I'm Coach Thorson, I'm going for it. But I love going for it, especially when you're down like this, big in a game. You might want to take a chance, and it looks like they're going to do just that here.
Well, they try to get him to jump. Well, they do want to play, and why not go to your 6'7", 240-pound quarterback?
If you need a yard
for the first down.
If you need a yard, he's the way to go. He can just stick his hand across and just about have that whole yard.
Clutch conversion there by Preston. Trying to get something going since that first drive. It's been a struggle. They did reach the 35. Another possession. Option play. Here's Iverson. Broke one tackle. Brought down at the 38-yard line. That's another positive play on first down.
Preston might just keep going to this option play. They keep getting little chunks of yardage, 4 or 5 yards at a time, but that's really all you need to make a drive down the field.
Scott Dunn, he made one sensational catch where he was actually interfered with. I just feel like they got to get him more involved in this game plan. Here's Harris. Has a first down and a lot more. He's got a man to beat. Larson going to track him down from behind. He won't get him. A touchdown for the Indians. Cole Harris.
What speed there by Harris to be able to beat out Larson, make it all the way into the end zone.
The first touchdown of 2019 for the Indians.
Some great blocks there, and then you see Harris just able to beat out both of those Logan defenders down the field. You can see Larson coming in at the end here, trying to punch that ball out, but unable to do so as Harris holds on. Good hands there and a tight grip on the football.
Well done by the Indians. Extra point by Dunn is good. So an explosive play by Preston, and they needed it. Remember, that was set up because they went for it on 4th and 2. And then the huge play to Cole Harris for the touchdown.
A big payoff there for coach to just go for it on that 4th down. You know, you're down 27-0. Might as well. What do you have to lose at that point in the game?
I don't remember what yard line that was on, but it was, and they were backed up for sure. Gutsy call and the right call, and it leads to their first score. I tell you, Larson's so good. Watch him try to poke this ball out. And if Harris wasn't more on the ball, that would have been knocked free. I wonder if Harris could feel him.
Oh, I'm sure he could. He's probably about 5 yards out thinking, oh, I just got to get there.
Smith to kick it off for Preston. Takes a hop at the 17. Sargent brought down shy of the 20 at about the 19-yard line. Both returners patient on their returns.
Larson and Sargent both looking to make moves when they've been returning.
Yeah, the strength of this Logan team, the receiving core, and it's largely because of Sargent and Larson. We also saw Thompson. He's not a receiver, a tight end, but I mean, they got some weapons, and they were on display last week against Stansbury. Incomplete.
That was Iverson there to break up the pass.
Bowen going to bring in Devin Olson, number 3. Got 1 catch for 5 yards heading into this game. 2nd and 10 from the 19. That's Olson who goes in motion to the far side of the field. A run play up the middle. Ultimately, that's where Bowen wants this offense to go, is they want to be able to run the football. And that's, you know, when you've got Cade Thornley, I mean, that's why not do it that way. But, man, you look out and you see Sargent and you see Larson. You got Sauer and you got this big arm of Wilson.
Sometimes you want to throw it.
I'd get caught up in throwing the ball. You've had success. Wilson with time. He took a hit at the end of that. Showed me something staying in there. But pass is incomplete. Needed to release that much sooner. There was a small window there, and he missed that window and took a shot. 4th down now coming up for the Grizzlies.
There's Andrew Thompson coming into punt. Like you said, the tight end as well. Made a catch earlier in this game, so a dynamic player he is.
Yeah, he's a good one. Started last year. And we have another delay called against the Grizzlies. So, if you're Preston, okay, you stopped Logan on defense. Your last offensive series, you had a big play for a touchdown. It looks like you're going to get good field position here.
They've got about 7 minutes left in this second quarter, too. Definitely enough time to get another score, and maybe 2 scores in if they can act quickly here once they get the ball back.
Well, there was a free rusher coming. Dunn will let it bounce. And it bounces out of bounds at the 43. With 7:09 left. Here in the second quarter. Logan did score that touchdown by Thornley, but Preston with a chance here. Watch for this edge. I mean, he came virtually untouched.
That's Gordon Knapp out there, number 80. Right there, almost to block that kick.
I mean, the energy would definitely switch if they could have blocked that punt. But they have it at the 43, and they just scored in their last possession. 3 receivers set. Hyde surveying, running out of time. He's got to get rid of it. He's got a man wide open, and he could not hit Ward. Boy, that is, if you're Preston, you got to be a little disappointed in that, because, I mean, he could have gone for some yardage after that completion, too. There was nobody within 5 yards of him either side, and he had a chance to, make that a huge play. 2nd and 10, though, after the incomplete pass.
You got to give Hyde some credit there for extending the play, but still, when you've got a receiver that wide open, you've got to make that play. You've got to hit that
put
receiver.
It on him. Looking, he's got it done wide open, caught at the 25, and he's going to score a Preston touchdown.
And he hits the wide open receiver on that play. We've been talking about Scott Dunn this whole game and how much speed he's got. They finally get him the ball, and he delivers it.
Beautiful strike by Hyde.
Might have been a bit of a miscommunication there for the Logan defense, as no one was even close to Dunn. Ran right past everyone.
Dunn stays in for the point after, and it is no good. He missed that one. was a bit of late pressure, so each place kicker has missed a PAT.
Both missed PATs have been on this end of the
They
field,
have.
so maybe something's going on over here.
The non-netted side. The Preston fans that have traveled. Good to see that. Remember, this is their opening game of 2019. Returned a lot of players from last year's squad that have been told maybe the postseason they should be fired up. That first quarter must have been a gut punch, but they've responded here with 2 touchdowns in the second quarter. They've scored now on back-to-back possessions. Smith out of bounds, so that should be a penalty. That's tough after you've made a couple of good plays, good positive plays. That's a -1. So good field position start for Logan. See if they stay with the run or if they'll be more aggressive with the pass.
See what Preston does here on defense. You know, had stopped him on the first drive, and then Logan 4 straight possessions with a touchdown, and Preston able to stop him right there on their last drive after they scored the first touchdown and score another one after the stop.
Here's Thornley. Picks up about 7 on first down. If you're Preston, somehow you got to shut down that middle run, because they've been gashed up the middle, and of course on the edges with the receivers. 2nd and 3. 4 receivers, again staying on the ground in the middle. Boy, that's almost like cheating. Thornley gonna waltz out of bounds at the 35.
A big gain there for Thornley, and making a move right up the middle, a big hole for him to run through. It's just easy when you can run through a hole and just like that make a couple guys miss on the outside and then just run out of bounds.
Sure like his vision. He's got a lot of options there. Seems to always pick the one that nets the most yardage. So another first down, this time from the 35. 2 receivers. Thornley picking his way, trying to get to the edge. Ward brings him down after a couple.
Not really anywhere for Thornley to go on that one, but still makes a 2-yard gain on the play. Good vision like you just talked about. Starts going one direction and changes back because nothing was going on for him.
Looks like Coach Bowen's going to call for time here. We'll take it with him. 27-13. Logan on top and looking to put on more. Back right after this.
Welcome to the Sports Academy. Our members have access to the largest weight room and the most cardio equipment in the Valley. Choose from dozens of group fitness classes, including high, Zumba, strong, yoga, and cycling. Basketball, racquetball, swimming, and tennis. See for yourself why the Sports Academy is your club for your results for your life.
The Gina D. Alvarez I Still Have the Baby Weight and My Baby's 4 program. From expert advice to personalized product combinations, GNC has weight loss programs.
I feel like this was a big defensive possession for Preston after scoring 2 touchdowns, getting it to within a 2-score game. Here's a 2nd and 8 for Logan. Wilson, he wants the big ball. Larson's out there, and it hits Dunn in the back. Incomplete. Oh, I love the sportsmanship. Dunn helping up Larson. Although Larson now crawling out of bounds. Well, this is not a good sign.
Looks like it might be one of his legs, possibly. The second look at this play. Deep ball thrown just a little bit short, and you can see it hits Dunn right there. And looks like Dunn might have just fallen right on the leg of Larson, and tries to help him up here, as you can see on the replay, but Larson crawls out of bounds, and the trainer's down there working on his leg right now. Looks like he might have a bit of a cramp as they're stretching him out.
Hopefully that's what it is. You can come back from that. Penalty on Preston. They're going to walk the ball forward. Sets up now a 3rd and 3 after the penalty. Thornley. Well, they knew it was coming this time. The host of Preston defender, Zay Davis, I think made the play, number 15.
Davis was there right at the line of scrimmage to stop and sets up the 4th down for the Grizzlies now. A good stop by there for the Preston defense, just what they wanted.
Coach Bowen going to go for it. Facing a 4th and 3 from the 28. Wilson is complete to Shotbell. He's got the first down. Driven out of bounds at about the 10-yard line. So 4th and 3, and they go for the pass to the backup running back. And it works.
Gets right up the side there, and Barnard there. We're going to have an injury timeout, as you can see Barnard here. A little bit shaken up after the play.
For Shotbell, he's just he's a fullback. That was only his 3rd reception of the season.
If you're a sports fan, you need to listen to Cache Valley Sports Station, The Fan. And Patrick in the morning.
27-13. 4th down conversion was good by Logan. So for Preston, you had everything you wanted. You scored the last 2 times as we look at the Grizz. And they had a 4th down opportunity. They couldn't get off the field on 4th down, and now Logan can chew up more clock, and even worse, if you're a fan of Preston, you can score another touchdown here.
Definitely. You know, Preston had that great 3rd down stop, but that passing game for the Grizzlies just so good tonight. They get another 1st down through the air and able to extend this drive. Now on the 11-yard line, looking to score another touchdown.
Logan looking for their first win of the season, 0-2 coming into tonight's game. Off to a strong start here. Thornley up the middle, picking his way and then finishing at the 7-yard line. Pushing after the play.
I believe Zay Davis there again to make another tackle for the Indians, but not before Thornley gets a couple of yards.
I think they're taking out Shotbell, who had that impressive 1st down on 4th down. A bit gimpy after the play on the block, leading Thornley.
Brought in number 23, Alex Trujillo.
Wilson running out of time, and he's stacked up and brought down at the 10.
Ty Hyde, the quarterback of the Indians, getting there first, getting a sack on the play.
So Ethan Wilson, I think, had 53 passing attempts last week. Wasn't sacked 1 time. And Preston able to get to him here in the 2nd quarter.
It's a lot of passing attempts to not have a sack.
That's
a lot of pass. I mean, that's just a lot of passing attempts in general.
They ran 92 total offensive plays. 53 of those were passes. Wilson with time. That one skips in the back of the end zone. And that's probably good. He didn't throw that a little bit higher because the corner had outstanding position.
It's Isaiah Smith back there as the corner. Great, like you said, good position. He was going to break up that pass if it was anywhere close.
There is Sargent. Yeah, they for sure want to get him the ball. Already has 1 touchdown this evening. So 4th and 9 for Logan. And Moreno on to attempt a field goal. Good snap and a good hold, and it splits the uprights.
Good kick there from Moreno. Putting Logan on top 30-13 now, so they've scored on all but 2 of their drives so far in this game. Pretty impressive.
Yeah, they call it a pro spread offense, and it struggled in week 1 against a pretty good Provo team. A Provo team that's expected to do some damage in 4A in the postseason, but seemed to click against Stansbury, able to score. In particular, that second half, they got the offense going, and they have picked up where they left off.
They definitely got it going tonight.
They got it going tonight. 30 first half points. As Thompson getting set to kick it again to Iverson. Last one was a touchback. This one returnable by Smith from the 9, out past the 30, and then brought down, I think that was Hopkins on the far side with the stop.
Good move there by Smith, and a good block right there around the 30-yard line. Gets him about 6 or 7 extra yards on the play.
Did I call him Iverson? I might have. My apologies to Smith, if I did. 3:24 left. Preston, they've scored the last 2 times they've had possession.
Scored on big plays too, so
big plays.
They can definitely score in a hurry.
Hyde's got a big arm, that's for sure. And I don't know if he was the play clock. He saw something and immediately called for a timeout. So I think they've got 1 remaining, I believe.
It's like 1 timeout remaining for Preston this half. Logan has 2, as they've only used 1 so far in this game.
I don't know. I don't know if it was the play clock or if he saw something in the defense he didn't like. But it was quick. It was a quick timeout.
Very, very quick timeout by him.
Preston's next game will be against Jerome. That's 150 miles away. So they don't have school on Fridays.
I wish I could say that about high school.
I know. Wow, that seems like a good thing. Hyde's pass is caught on that far side. Knapp, senior receiver, with the reception. Again, able to get something on 1st down. I've been told in other states, I think Wyoming employs that in certain parts of the state, just to save money on, electricity. And plus, for athletics, a lot of their teams are far away.
A small town like Preston, not a lot of other high schools around in the area. So if you're playing Friday night football games all the time, you're having to travel several hundred miles in a bus. You're missing school, so be smart to take off a Friday.
Hyde's pass to, I think that was Harris, the touchdown maker. Good for a 1st down. Well, in fact, moved the chains. Approaching 2.5 to play in the 1st half.
Looks like Hyde called a good timeout there. They've got two plays right off the bat, moving the chains.
And it's good to see Larson is back in. Isaac Larson, he's on the near side, shadowing Dunn. Oh, 2 receivers. It was Ward and Smith. Each had an opportunity. Like, it was perfectly lined up for both of them, but neither one could make the completion.
It's funny how you see that sometimes, where one guy will miss it and the guy right behind him's right in a position to make the catch too, but sometimes when you're behind him, you're not ready for that. You're thinking, guy in front of me is going to make the catch. I'm not ready for it. And that might have been what happened there.
Yeah, when that trajectory changes the ball, it's hard to make the play after that. 2nd and 10. From midfield, Hyde throws on the run. He's got Smith out there with the catch. Going to be shy of a first down. That's tough for Preston. So the clock is going to continue to tick down.
Just under 2 minutes now left in this half.
Guess they still have plenty of time. They do have a timeout remaining, so they can stop the clock one more time. Of course, they can always clock it as well. Iverson, he's been quiet here in this second quarter. And I don't know if that's going to be a first down. I don't think it is. They're stopping the clock, though, at 1:25, and now it's ticking. So 4th and, I guess, inches for Preston. Last time it was 4th and 2. It was Hyde. And Logan did jump. And I think Hyde got him to throw the flag. I think Logan got back in time. But then I think Hyde kind of said, hey, he jumped. And the official threw the flag. Another look.
Great draw there by Hyde. Working that snap count, get him off sides. And Preston able to get the first down on a penalty.
It's a good veteran move by Hyde, making sure the flag was thrown, pointing at the guilty offender. Under a minute, though. From the 35, pressure coming. Hyde's going to be dropped back at the 46.
That's Chris Schobel getting there first. A great blitz by the Logan defense. And Schobel getting to Hyde so fast there. Just nothing that he could do with that ball.
Boy, Hyde lost the ball. Was he already down? Maybe he was already down, but it looked like the ball was coming free before he was down. I think we've got one more angle here we can see. It seemed casual. Against the pressure. It's moving. In my opinion, that's a fumble.
I would have to agree with you on that one, but regardless, they've marked the play down, and so.
Again, the official was right there. Thompson was right there. Didn't have any urgency to pick the ball up either for Logan. So, but and maybe there's an in the grasp type of thing where they thought forward progress had already been stopped, and so the play was dead. But in my opinion, he lost the ball before he touched the ground. 39 seconds left. 2nd and 19. And Preston no longer has any timeouts. Smith on the far side. Is that Sargent out there who made this tackle?
Sargent,
well done.
Right there. Ready for the play.
So this is 3rd. They got to get to the 26. Hyde unloads to Dunn. Dunn's out there, intercepted by Larson at the goal line. And look out, he's dangerous when he brings it back to the 30. Still on his feet. All the way to midfield. Oh, apologies for laughing. I just love to see the ball in his hands. The party is just beginning when he gets the ball.
We do have a flag down on the field, so we'll see what.
Well, it should definitely be a late hit. I think Preston was a little frustrated.
Took about 6 guys to bring him down as well. There's another look at this interception right at the goal line, and Larson just making a great play, keeping that inside position and going up and getting the ball.
He is so fun to watch. Watch him keep his feet here. And then he's going to be driven out of bounds. Yeah, that's, I guess, ticky-tack, but uncalled for. And we'll certainly hope Larson's going to be okay. as he left earlier in the game as well on a deep ball in the end zone. First half in the books, and it's Logan, the Grizzlies, on top of Preston here in the Rocky Mountain kickoff. 30-13, Grizz. Back to Logan, Utah, right after this.
The Cindy S. Morrow, oh crap, I'm getting married in 3 months program. From expert advice to personalized product combinations, GNC has weight loss programs that fit.
Planet Fitness? Isn't that the gym where they like have rules against acting like you're better than everyone else? But then, what's the point of being better than everyone else if you don't get to act like it? Seems like a waste of superiority, if you ask me. I think I'm better off being better here.
Good, because we're Planet Fitness, a place for everyone else. Planet Fitness, the judgment-free zone.
The Dave W. Johnson I Just Had My Annual Checkup and My BMI Sucks program. From expert advice to personalized product combinations, GNC has weight loss programs that fit.
Welcome to the Sports Academy. Our members have access to the largest weight room and the most cardio equipment in the Valley. Choose from dozens of group fitness classes, including high, Zumba, strong, yoga, and cycling, basketball, racquetball, swimming, and tennis. See for yourself why the Sports Academy is your club for your results for your life.
The Danny K. Griffith Whoa, My Beach Vacay is just around the corner program. From expert advice to personalized product combinations, GNC has weight loss programs.
Well, what a fun first half we had. Logan got out to that huge lead, able to strike courtesy of the big play, and then they got the run game going. But Preston made a charge late in that second quarter, make a two-score game, but before Moreno added on that field goal. And 30-13 is where we stand now. Some highlights in the first 2 quarters of the game, and we had a lot of them as we see the high-lows performing here at halftime. But, yeah, how about some of those highlights of the first half?
And like you said, you know, Preston struggled a bit in the first quarter, but the second quarter got it going here. And here's some of these Grizzlies passes right off the bat. They're throwing deep balls down the field. The Sergeant able to bring that one in for the touchdown. That was the first score of the game here. And Logan's been really loving the deep ball today.
Yeah, but they can also, you know, throw it short and then just let your athletes run and get scores as well. And again, the deep ball. And this was just a thing of beauty. Larson, and we hope he's okay. Eventually he's able to get up on his feet and leave the field, but he is so fun to watch. And Thornley, you know, nice move initially, and then finds pay dirt diving towards the end zone. And then Preston finally, they're like 27-0. Come on, let's. And then it was Harris with this nice play and did a good job securing the football. And then the deep ball, and we've been talking about Scotty Dunn and able to make tremendous play. And they had momentum. They had him on a 4th down. They couldn't get off the field. And so now we still have a 3-score lead. And we'll step aside, but not before we have some entertainment for you. Let you watch here the halftime show at Maverick Stadium.
I'm sorry, no music is available for this particular act at this time. Let's give it up for her. Thank you, ladies.
The Cindy S. Morrow, oh crap, I'm getting married in 3 months program. From expert advice to personalized product combinations, GNC has weight loss programs that fit.
Planet Fitness? Isn't that the gym where they like have rules against acting like you're better than everyone else? But then, what's the point of being better than everyone else if you don't get to act like it? Seems like a waste of superiority, if you ask me. I think I'm better off being better here.
Good, because we're Planet Fitness, a place for everyone else. Planet Fitness, the judgment-free zone.
The Dave W. Johnson I Just Had My Annual Checkup and My BMI Sucks program. From expert advice to personalized product combinations, GNC has weight loss programs that fit.
Welcome to the Sports Academy. Our members have access to the largest weight room and the most cardio equipment in the Valley. Choose from dozens of group fitness classes, including high, Zumba, strong, yoga, and cycling, basketball, racquetball, swimming, and tennis. See for yourself why the Sports Academy is your club for your results for your life.
And welcome back to Utah Sports Network's coverage of high school football, the Rocky Mountain Kickoff. And this is the second half kickoff. Logan will get the ball first. Oh, nice moves there at the 15, but pretty good coverage by Preston. So Logan will have a drive start at about the 17-yard line, and they were able to score at will in the first half. 30 first half points coming off a 42-point performance last week. And what have you seen from Logan that is good, and what do you think they need to improve upon?
Well, you know, their offense today has just been rolling, and it's been a lot of big plays. They've been getting big chunks of yards so far today. A lot of deep ball throws, and even the running game, running it right up the middle, and holes are just opening up. This offensive line's doing well, and right there you can see it as Thornley goes right up the middle and a huge gain on first down.
Finally brought down by Dunn all the way down to the 38-yard line. And it's almost like cheating when you give the ball to Thornley with space. And you can see, I mean, he's been bothered by his shoulder. Now he's got 2 shoulder injuries, and he's going to come out of the game. You don't like to see that. That's too bad after that explosive run. Yet another one by Thornley, who does have his first touchdown of 2019 he scored in that first half. But an explosive play to begin the third quarter for Wilson in this offense. Lines up. He's got a man wide open. Miss shot bell. And Wilson, you can see his reaction. He knew it. Clapped his hands.
Number 9, Andrew Zane for the Grizzlies in a sling on the sideline. Got hurt a little bit earlier in the game.
Well, that's too bad. So now a couple of Grizzlies with shoulder injuries. And that one pretty severe by Andrew Zane. Chappelle. Couldn't bring him down. And he was a bit gimpy in that first half as well as he trots off. Looks fine now. He's made a number of plays on offense and defense. Gets a breather. Opening drive here in the third quarter. Glad you're watching on YouTube, Facebook. Yes, Thornley's back in the game. Boy, he's tough. His coach says it's just a pain tolerance thing. He's in the slot. He's open. They go the other direction. Underthrown is done. Had a better chance at the ball than did Sargent.
Sargent still almost came over the top of Dunn and took the ball away there too. But a fourth down now for the Grizzlies on their first drive of this second half.
They're leaving Wilson in there. You have Thompson. You're going to put Thompson in the slot. Fourth and 10, no man's land. Wilson's pass, caught. Oh, where are they going to spot this? I think he's going to be short of the first down. They're going to spot it at the 29. I think he had to go to the 28. And we got another Grizzly down.
Looks like Sargent there, right after he caught that ball, just the fall fell a little bit awkwardly, and they're coming out to check out his leg, maybe his ankle. Hopefully it's not serious, and looks like he's clutching his knee, so.
I needed to keep his footing a little bit. I don't know if you can really see where he got injured there, but immediately you knew something was up.
Walking off the field under his own power, so that's good, but can see a bit of a limp, so don't know that we'll see him again in this game.
Now Logan, so it is short of a first down, so Logan turnover on downs, and good chance here for Preston to get back into this game. I should mention next week, Logan's next opponent will be down in Las Vegas. Desert Pines. They'll play the game at Bishop Gorman. I think it's scheduled for noon, so you know it's going to be a hot one. Here's Harris. Chappelle makes the tackle, as well as Thompson cleaning up the mess at the 29-yard line. But they've got, speaking of Preston, they've been able to get Harris involved in the action, and that's made a difference.
Harris coming in on the first touchdown for the Indians, and he's picked up some good yardage for the Indians so far in this game. So they might want to keep going to him.
That's a name that really didn't come up when I was able to speak to Coach Thorson. Oh, my. And that is a fumble. Logan able to recover it at about the 27.
And man, that was a big hit.
Whoa. What a hit that was. I think the official pointed the wrong way. He pointed Preston ball, but clearly the ball was out, and clearly Logan recovered it.
Check out this hit as they throw it right back to Harris, but man, you've got a huge hit right there, and you see ball comes out cleanly, and Logan able to just jump on that ball. No doubt that the Grizzlies recovered that one. You can see Thompson run over here, and man, that is a big hit.
Woo! Andrew Thompson, the senior, bringing it. So a turnover by Preston. Thornley up the middle. Inside the 25 to about the 23-yard line. A couple of big hits we've seen already tonight. So I always think the team that has played a game or two has an advantage against a team that hasn't played. What have you seen tonight from that? Does it look like Preston, hasn't played? Here's Thornley trying to get to the edge and does so. 10-5. Did he step in, or is he in for a score? He scores a touchdown. Cade Thornley. He's done it again.
What a great run by him. You can see just gets to that edge and makes his move right down the sideline, stays in bounds, and just goes straight through to the defender, getting into the end zone there. Second touchdown run of the game for him.
Hard to believe he hadn't scored a touchdown prior to tonight's game in the first two games, but getting some nice blocks, and then I don't know how he's able to stay in bounds here with contact, but clearly he was in bounds. PAT is good. Boy, what a run by Cade Thornley. Great effort with a couple of bad shoulders, too. So the Grizzlies extend their lead, able to make the Indians pay after the turnover, 37-13.
The Dave W. Johnson I Just Had My Annual Checkup and My BMI Sucks program. From expert advice to personalized product combinations, GNC has weight loss programs that fit.
Welcome to the Sports Academy. Our members have access to the largest weight room and the most cardio equipment in the Valley. Choose from dozens of group fitness classes, including high, Zumba, strong, yoga, and cycling, basketball, racquetball, swimming, and tennis. See for yourself why the sport.
Your Redhead's not even on the pin. Back we are here to Maverick Stadium. The kickoff as Iverson slips down across the 20 to about the 21-yard line. I want to go back to that Thompson hit. That's where that whole touchdown started from. It's that big smash play by Andrew Thompson.
Oh, and Thompson just comes in the linebacker position, running right over, and makes a great hit there. Just to pop the ball out, good tackle, good form, everything. And the Grizzlies, get great position inside the 30-yard line.
Watch this hit by number 37. Like a missile. Woo!
Pops that ball right out, and Logan recovers it on the 27-yard line. About as good a field position as you can want in a game like this.
Hyde double clutches, now in trouble. He's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. The pass rush of Logan gets him again.
That's Ace Kennington getting right there, the defensive tackle. Gets there so quick as Logan's defense has been pressuring the quarterback very well so far in this game.
Ace came in with 7 tackles as a defensive tackle. That's a lot of tackles in just 2 games. And as a sack now. Lights are on here at Maverick Stadium. very pleasant evening.
It's been good, clear weather all today, a nice temperature, you know. It's been a great game so far tonight. Good weather for some high school football.
Of course, we'll have another game following this one, Shelley against Skyview. I'm looking forward to watching those two teams compete. Skyview, they've got a quarterback who's sensational, Mason Falslove, a senior. He's a fun player to watch. Plays the quarterback position for Coach Howell.
Yeah, Falslove doing well so far. He's leading the team in rushing and passing as he is the quarterback, but you know, there are questions. Is he trying to do too much for this team?
Yeah, sometimes you got to trust your teammates and let them, you know, delegate some of this workload. He's something special. I'm excited to see him again. Just a tremendous basketball player and
tremendous just athlete in
Yes,
general.
he
So,
is.
you know, you might wonder, is he doing too much? But also, you kind of want your best athlete to have the ball as much as possible.
Without question. Connected to the University of Utah, going to play basketball for the Utes. But certainly enjoy him on the gridiron while you can. Heights pass, caught by Iverson. Didn't make a Grizzly miss. Lunges forward to the 24-yard line. 3rd and long now coming up for Preston.
Seems like Preston's had a ton of these 3rd and longs so far today, but they've been able to convert a bunch of them as well. You know, getting a lot of big chunks of yardage so far in this game, but their best drives have come when they've gotten a good 4 or 5 yards on that 1st down, and so we'll see what they can do here on 3rd.
Pressure comes up the middle. Hyde releases it, and a pass break up over the middle. That's good football all the way around. Hyde slow to get up. He was on a knee, and now is gingerly walking to the sideline.
It was Jalen Hoff there to break up the pass for the Grizzlies. Good way of him to get in front of that ball and force the 4th down for the Indians.
Okay, my guy Ike Larson is back deep to return. See if he gets a chance here. He's standing at the 45. Smith to punt. And Larson won't have a chance, at least I don't think. Takes a bounce. And will be down to the 37-yard line. Now comes Wilson in this offense.
Well, and you know, if you're Preston, I'm sure you've talked about, hey, we do not want to kick the ball to Ike Larson. He has been making moves every time he's returned it so far today. So let's just not even let him return that ball.
I got to tell you, in talking to Eric Thorson, I think it was Tuesday night, he's like, we need to know where 6 is. We need to know where 6 is at all times. And yeah, so you know that they're very cognizant of his talents. But didn't know his name, but just called him 6. We got to watch out for number 6. He can hurt you. We've seen that tonight. Logan back on offense. Thornley made Harris miss and will lose maybe 2 yards on the play. Good tackle for loss here by Preston. And they've had a hard time in the run game aspect of stopping it, especially that middle run, but nice job there.
Preston's defense has had a few plays where they've been able to, you know, stop the run or get into the backfield on the pass, but they just need to string a couple of these together and get a 3 and out, and just haven't been able to do so yet.
Wilson's pass behind Larson. 3rd down coming up here for the Grizzlies.
This would be a great chance for Preston to get a quick 3 and out and get the Grizzlies off the field.
You know, I am not seeing Scott Dunn in the game, number 2 for Preston. Wilson unloads. He's got Larson out there. I think Larson was trying to draw a flag. He lost some equipment. I guess just a glove. But
see
he
Larson-
tried to draw that flag.
He definitely wanted it. He was laying on the ground there, looking at the officials saying, hey, he's holding me, but you can see here that throw just a bit out of reach for Larson. Never really had a chance to get there.
Because normally Dunn would be covering Larson, but instead it's Barnard. Late substitution for Logan. Douglas. They've had a couple of delay of games, and the official does pick up the flag back at the 26. And so that's one thing, Coach Bowen. I think I think special teams, punting-wise, had 3 delay games. We need to tighten that up a little bit. That's something I think they can coach up.
Definitely. They haven't had many penalties tonight, but like you said, delay of games in the punting game. So that's one area they can definitely look to clean up.
Thompson, gets a nice bounce on this. Wow. This will be inside the 20, at the 20 actually. It did not look like a thing of beauty when it left his foot, but
man, that one
got
took
a great
bounce. About a 15-yard bounce on that one.
Sure, it was all part of Thompson's plan.
And Dunn not coming in on offense for the Indians. I can see him over there on the sideline, so not sure what's going on.
Does he have his helmet?
He does have his helmet on.
Okay. Huh.
So not sure what's going on over there, but that is definitely someone that the Indians are going to be missing here.
First team all-conference in Idaho. Already with 1 touchdown here tonight. Iverson, boy, left his feet, and Shopbell puts him to the turf. I've been impressed with Andrew Iverson. I don't know, what are your thoughts about Iverson?
Iverson's been making some great moves tonight. You see a good move there to beat the first defender and, get about 7 yards on the play. He's been doing well, usually getting after the, beating his first defender, getting a couple yards right off the bat, doing well for the Indians, catching some passes out of the backfield as well, and not much more you can ask your running back to do in a game like this.
They want to give him 20 touches. Here's Smith. Boy, nice job, Logan, defensively stringing the play out. And no running alleys whatsoever. 3rd down. Going to lose 3 yards.
We'll see if Preston maybe goes back to that passing attack. As we've seen it so far in this game. Hyde does have a strong arm. He can throw the ball downfield.
Yeah, arm strength not an issue.
Not on either side of the ball.
Right. Accuracy a little bit by Hyde, but, guys have been open too. They've been able to get some separation here. Hyde's pass is caught. Harris, he's got a first down. Good determination by Cole Harris to pick up an Indian first down.
Caught that ball just about 2 yards short of the first down marker, but turned around and just went straight into 2 Logan defenders and said, I'm getting this first down. You guys are not stopping me.
I've been very impressed with Cole Harris too. Preston got a couple of playmakers here. From the 32, Iverson getting to the edge. Across the 35. See if they mark it at the 36. But you mentioned it a little bit earlier tonight when you said it seems they do best when they get some positive yardage on first down. That hasn't always been the case, but here it is.
It seems like every time they've gotten a few yards on that first down, they've been able to get a couple plays, get a few first downs on the drive, and so it's good to see him get a few yards on first down here.
Hyde has plenty of time, nobody around him. Going to throw back, he's got a man open, couldn't hit him. Penalty markers out, looking to go to Tate Green. Boy, Hyde took a shot too. He waited, to his credit, he waited to the last moment and took a hit right to the chest. Boom. are marching the ball back, so apparently this is on Preston. I didn't see the call if it was ineligible. Let's see. No, just getting a second down.
Just a 5-yard penalty there, so. Not like you said, I didn't see the call either, so I'm not sure what it was, but a 5-yard penalty on Preston, so it's still second down.
2nd and 11, they say. Hyde. Smith. Oh, Smith dives for it. I think he's got a first down. Oh, and a penalty marker came out late. Pretty good block, I thought, by Green, but the effort by Smith.
He did not want to go down on that play.
Well, he knew right where the first down marker was. He could see it, and then lunges forward. And it looked like he stayed in bounds. And they're going to have a personal foul call on Logan, I believe, on that late hit. That was Covington, I believe that's who they called on. He had that big stick earlier in the game. That was later trumped by Thompson's, actually forced a fumble. So that'll tack on.
15 extra yards at the end of that play, so the Indians now in Grizzly territory.
5 receivers set for Hyde. Intercepted, look out. This is Larson. Gets a block. He's off to the races. He's got one man to beat. And Larson coasts in for another touchdown.
Great position by Larson there on the defense, able to catch that. A little bit of a tip pass, I believe it was, and he's just got way too much speed out there, making everyone miss. Look, you can see that tip pass. He's right there ready to grab it, runs all the way across the field before he just sprints up the sideline, turning on the burners, and there's a pick 6 for Ike Larson.
Did he wave goodbye at the 40? Oh my gosh, that is tremendous. I'm getting goosebumps just whenever he's got the ball. Just expect something exciting. I'm glad he's okay. He was shaken up earlier in the first half. Well, another touchdown scored by the Grizzlies. This time it was their defense getting into the act. 44-13, Logan.
The Dave W. Johnson I Just Had My Annual Checkup in My BMI Sucks program. From expert advice to personalized product combinations, GNC has weight loss programs that fit.
Welcome to the Sports Academy. Our members have access to the largest weight room and the most cardio equipment in the Valley. Choose from dozens of group fitness classes, including high, Zumba, strong, yoga, and cycling, basketball, racquetball, swimming, and tennis. See for yourself why the Sports Academy is your club for your results for your life.
Iverson from the goal line. He thought it might have bounced in the end zone, but instead does the smart thing and just returns it. Pretty good return. He's definitely a plus returner, I would say. Across the 20. You can tell there's laundry out there. Oh, that's just a football at the Mountain West logo. Being a market at the 22-yard line. I'll tell you, that Larson guy, he gives me goosebumps when he touches the ball. He's something special.
Seems like every time he's touched the ball so far in this game, it's been a big play. And right there on that interception, the pick 6, yeah, he's running that ball 70 yards back into the end zone.
It's just so easy for him. He's just so fluid. He had a kickoff for a touchdown in week 1. He had a long fumble recovery for a touchdown, I think, last week. Here's a pick 6, also caught a long ball earlier in the game. Well, he's something else. Okay, Hyde. He's got a man out there. That's Harris, who catches it against Larson for a first down. Good chunk play to start the drive. And they found something here with Harris. I don't know what they were expecting coming into the season, but his name did not come up when I talked to Coach Thorson, only on the 2 deep, but he is making some plays out there.
He's caught a couple of these passes for big chunks of yards. You know, he caught the one, it was almost like a screen pass that he rambled in for about 50 yards and a touchdown earlier in this game, and that one, a deep ball, gets another huge chunk of yardage.
Hyde in trouble, and then Harris just puts up his hand. That was almost like a basketball play. Just somebody cutting to the hoop. Good pickup there. Hyde to Harris. That's going to be a good connection with Preston.
It's another one of those plays that Hyde just seems to extend, you know, going over to throw the screen pass, and then nothing's there, and he just starts kind of scrambling out, gets a good pickup there on first down.
I agree, and you pointed that out earlier, and I haven't really mentioned that, but the fact that he can extend plays, I mean, that's gonna be a real positive moving forward for Preston. Iverson broke a tackle, and then he's dropped at the 39-yard line, picks up another Preston first down, and once again we got a few Grizzlies struggling to get up.
Ethan Davis, the outside linebacker, trots off the field for the Grizzlies. Had trouble getting off the field, but Logan still with a player down, and the trainer coming out.
Hopefully these are all just
his leg.
Pardon me, but hopefully these are just cramps, and they got to get ready for next Saturday when they go down to Vegas. I mean, it's going to be 100 degrees down there. They're playing at noon at Bishop Gorman, which is basically like Boise State, but I mean that heat is going to be on the field. It's going to be ridiculous.
Going to be ridiculous down there.
So hydrate this whole week. You got to be drinking fluids for the Polynesian Classic. That'll be their last non-region game. Hyde rolling out, pressure, and they bring him down again.
What a sack there. Looks like Thompson was the one that was able to get to him. And no chance. Thompson leaving no chance for Hyde to go anywhere with that ball. As soon as he got outside of that pocket, just running him down.
Remember, this is a Logan defense that was allowing, I know it's early in the season, just 2 games, but they were allowing 46.5 points a game. And after the first drive, I was like, uh-oh, heading down the same road. But they have been much better here week 3. And that is, no question, that's a big advantage for Logan. The fact that they've already played in 2 games, and this is the first game for Preston. I think this will help them moving forward. And I'll be honest, I know nothing about Idaho football, but I just have a feeling that, I mean, they made the postseason last year. They returned most of those players. I think they're going to have another good run. Speaking of Preston in 4A in Idaho, we'll see another Idaho 4A team in Shelley as the third quarter comes to an end. And really, really impressed by Logan. They score a couple of touchdowns here in the third. Larson, how about that stick by Thompson? And then Thornley's run. It's all Grizzlies. Fourth quarter when you come back.
Welcome to the Sports Academy. Our members have access to the largest weight room and the most cardio equipment in the Valley. Choose from dozens of group fitness classes, including high, Zumba, strong, yoga, and cycling. Basketball, racquetball, swimming, and tennis. See for yourself why the Sports Academy is your club for your results for your life.
The Gina D. Alvarez I Still Have the Baby Weight and My Baby's 4 program. From expert advice to personalized product combinations, GNC has weight loss program.
Beginning of the fourth quarter, 44-13, Logan leading Preston. Rocky Mountain kickoff here at Maverick Stadium, home of Utah State. Here's Iverson with a nice run on 3rd and long. It will be 4th down, but I would expect Preston, they'll go for this. They've done it a few times in this game. Fourth quarter, why not? We're not sure what has happened with Scott Dunn, number 2, but we haven't seen him on the field in the second half. And he's another, he might be their best playmaker. But we're certainly seeing the emergence of Cole Harris. 4th down. Hyde's pass is knocked down. Oh, penalty marker came out at the 21. So I believe this is going to be either a hold or a pass interference call on the Grizzlies.
Yeah, one of those two likely coming in. We'll watch the replay here. Looks like he might have got there a bit early and maybe grabbed him just a little bit on the backside, so it might extend this drive a little bit for the Indians.
I think that's Gage Atkinson. Again, it's that off arm, I think. He just wraps him around with that off arm. I think everything else was good. The pass breakup was good, but with that off arm, he put it around his waist. So a 1st down for Preston, going for it on 4th and long. And they went for it deep in their own territory on 4th and 2 and able to get it in the next play. Scored a touchdown. So they are hopeful of the same thing here. As Iverson, he broke a tackle. Oh, Larson finishes him off on that far side, but up before it picks up a modest gain on 1st down.
It was a good run right there, making about 3 guys miss, and then Larson coming over and just putting a hit on him and putting him down, ending that run. Just barely got back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I called it a modest gain. He got back to the line of scrimmage. I thought he got a few more yards.
Looked like he got a few more yards, but sometimes when you just keep running out to the sideline, you don't end up getting a whole lot.
He covered a lot of yardage. And this, no flag. Okay, I thought we might have another pass interference. Hyde looking to Ward. And we've got another Grizzly down at the goal line. And again, I hope these are all cramps, but well, this reaction doesn't look good. Well, it is a cramp, so they're just stretching it out. They slammed the turf there. I thought maybe it might be more serious. I think this is Hoff.
We've had a lot of these tonight.
We've seen that Logan side. We haven't really seen that Preston side.
Interesting always to see that one side getting some more than the others, but it has been nice that sometimes you get worried when a lot of players like this go down, but it's always nice if a trainer just comes out and stretches you out a little bit and you get back up and keep walking.
So the future Preston Indians in the house. Also Shelley, looks like Shelley's here. The Russets making the drive down.
Shelley also going to be their first game of the season, so I'm sure fans want to come and watch it, especially a game like this in Maverick Stadium.
Yeah.
Not often you're going to be able to see a game like this if you're from Shelley. Man, that guy's got a big old lens.
Some good pictures with that. Pressure coming. Is this a fumble? It is a fumble. Thought perhaps the arm was moving forward, but the official threw the beanbag. And it is a turnover, and the Grizzlies able to take advantage of it. And they have recovered another fumble.
Couple turnovers for the Grizzlies now in this game, making moves on the defensive side as well as offense so far. Looks like Shotbell is able to just come over there. Looks like he gets to Hyde right before that throwing arm starts coming forward.
Well, Shotbell, he's had a good performance here tonight. So both linebackers have forced fumbles. Pretty good, nice job by Kevin Rice and his defense. After giving up some yards and points first 2 weeks. Uh-oh. And this, going to say a turnover? Yes, it is. As Preston, Harris was in the area, but I think he missed it. And this will be Knapp, I think, who picks it up. They're celebrating him. So he must have returned the favor. And now the Indians back with possession. Approaching 10 minutes, so new quarterback for the Grizzlies. Looks like Wilson's night is over.
That's Copper Pond in for the Grizzlies now, and if you're the Grizzlies coach, you probably don't want to leave your starting quarterback in up by 30 in the end of the game like this in the fourth quarter. Might as well get your backup some reps just in case something happens.
Yeah, that's smart. Good call. The nation's third leading passer coming into this game, but it's not about stats, right? It's about wins. Hyde's pass is caught. This is Ward twisting his way inside the 10. Nice and sour out there with the stop. Under 10 minutes here to play in the fourth quarter. 3 receivers to the near side. Iverson goes nowhere. It was Ace Kennington. He's got a sack in this game.
That Logan defensive line has been playing great. The Preston hasn't had a lot of room to run. Thompson's been just running into that line most of the game, and they've got to be very, very proud of what's going on tonight, and very looking good, looking forward to what's going on in the future with the team.
Yeah, the first couple of weeks, tough, but it looks like they're back to playing sound defense, pressure coming, and another sack. Oh, I love the sportsmanship. Look at Ace helping Hyde up. He's had a long night as Hyde. Tough kid, good leader. He's a tremendous basketball player. Fourth down again coming up here for Preston. Need to get to the 6 to pick up a first down. I didn't see who got the sack. Was it Shotbell? Of course.
Yeah, looks like it's Shotbell there again. Seems like we're calling his name all the time on the defensive side of the ball tonight.
Linebacking core, Logan, really impressive. Oh, Larson, he got it again. Another interception. And look out. Iverson's got to make this play. He can't. Look out. 40.
Makes another man miss there. Wow.
Midfield, Iverson. Ooh, and a face mask, I believe. Perhaps on both players. But Larson again with just an incredible return. How about Iverson able to stay with him and force him out of bounds? It might have been illegal, but he didn't score a touchdown on him again. Wow, what a play.
You know what? If he's got the ball, you do anything you can to get him down, because he just seems to score every time he touches the ball. You didn't see it there, but what a catch by him, too.
Incredible.
Pops that one up,
Incredible.
bobbles it a couple times, and then hauls it in and keeps running.
Yeah, Iverson just missed him a few moments ago. And came over. He got tired. And then both guys, I think, get the face mask. Oh, maybe it's just on Logan because they're marching backwards. So maybe it was only on Logan. And Larson. Oh, have a night, number 6. Region 11, what do you think of Larson? Wow. They didn't know about him, before this game. They know about him now. Verbally committed to Utah State. I've got a feeling the list is going to grow.
It looks like we've got a flag back here at the 15-yard line as well. And both teams running all the way back down the field.
Apparently not just a face mask. Apparently it's going to block in the back. I haven't seen an indication, just assuming, since the ball's now at the
looks like
7-yard line.
7-yard line, yeah. But Logan will have the ball. Interception will stand. So, like you said, probably a block in the back of some sort. Back here in the back. But that was a great return.
He's something else. A lot of pointing by the officials. Still have, are we going to get a call here? Cooper Pond, though, is back in at quarterback. His previous possession, the ball was snapped over his head. And Logan turned it over, so he's back again. Hoping for perhaps a better snap here.
see what the junior can do deep in his own territory.
All right, I think now we're ready to play. 8:02 in the fourth. Stay on the ground. Good run. I believe that's Preston, the junior, getting a chance. Apparently Thornley's night's over as well as Wilson's.
You know, we've talked about how good of a runner Cade Thornley is, but how about that Logan offensive line? They seem to open up a hole for whoever's in the backfield getting that handoff today.
That's a real good point. Also, I think Wilson had plenty of time to throw. He might have been hurried just a couple times, but for the most part, and of course, they want to get the ball quick. Speaking of Logan, but yeah, I think that's a fair point. Good point about that offensive line. They have been above average tonight, no question. There's been major holes for Thornley. I don't know if they do helmet stickers anymore, but I would think that whole O-line would get helmet stickers.
They need a bunch of them after this game.
Would agree. First pass here. That went a bit shy. I'm gonna go to, I think that's Roper on this near side. Stops the clock with 7 minutes. This has got to be a thrill for these kids. Playing here at Maverick Stadium.
Oh, no doubt.
Under the lights, you kidding me? Chris with the run. Brought down at the 45.
Great run by him there. Just getting to the outside, making a quick move and a huge gain there for the Grizzlies.
Again, they don't have height and weight. Looks pretty compact, but was, well, I think running behind his pads.
Check the back of your ticket for the red number.
Chris again. Well, he's got another first down run. If you want to promote our next stream, will be week 5, Bear River at Ridgeline. Ridgeline 2-0 in Region 11, as well as Green Canyon's 2-0. Bear River's 1-1, Skyview's 1-1. Logan poised to get their first win, so they'll be 1-2 in just a few minutes. And Mountain Crest is 0-2. Surprising slow start for the Mustangs, who are having some issues on offense. But picked second in the region. Logan was picked dead last. With this performance, I'd be surprised if they finished last in Region 11, but Region 11 is legit.
It's definitely a strong region, and like you said, surprising for the Mustangs to start 0-2, but the rest of the region so far is looking good. And even though Logan's 0-2, they put up 44 points tonight. They had 42 points last week, and you know, that rough start against Provo, but anytime a team's putting up in the 40s, that's something to be reckoned with.
Yeah, they're going to be a handful moving forward for Region 11 teams. No one's going to want to play Logan with this offense. And now with his defense surrendering just 13 points. These linebackers, no joke. It'll be 3rd and long coming up here for Logan. Make sure you like us on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Also have content from Utah State as well as the 5 high schools in Cache Valley. Third and 10. They're going to keep it on the ground. Oh, penalty came out late. Gain of 5 yards, so what wouldn't it be? It's not going to be a first down, but let's check the penalty. It'll be a hold. Will Preston just decline this and take the result of the play? No. I can't figure it out. I'm marching them back, so it looks like they're going to accept the penalty. No, replay, third down. Stay with us. We'll have the GNC Player of the Game. I've got some strong feelings about that one. And we'll have our Planet Fitness Play of the Game. There's a handful of plays now to choose from. We've got a lot of them.
A lot of big plays in today's game, so we'll see what we get there.
Third and 23. And no catch. Incomplete pass.
On pass is incomplete.
Surprised almost there that Logan didn't just try to run the ball and eat some clock out, because third and 23, that's a long one to get, and in a situation like this, you almost just want to get to the end of the game and run the ball, eat some clock up.
Stay with us. We'll have our Planet Fitness Play of the Game in just a few moments as Logan punted away. Hyde is still in the game. Wow. He's a tough kid. And this will be inside the 20. Nice punts. All right. How about our Planet Fitness Play of the Game?
You can see right there, right spot at the right time is Ike Larson, and makes the interception and just runs down the sideline, waves to his teammates, to the fans. Pick six right there. He's made a ton of plays today, but man, that was a special one from Ike Larson.
There's our Planet Fitness Play of the Game, and tremendous effort and talent by number 6, Ike Larson. Hyde is still in there. He's going to sleep well tonight.
Playing both sides of the ball tonight. Did have a tackle for a loss or a sack earlier. I can't remember what it was, but definitely in there.
Iverson with an explosive run. And I think for Preston, I think you almost always improve from week 1 to week 2. I'm excited to see their progression, and I'll kind of follow the action a little bit as they go. I'll be curious to see how this team does, because I think they've got a lot of positives.
And they've definitely been looking better tonight. Their first few drives weren't so great, and then they had those 2 big scoring drives, and they've been moving the ball pretty well since then as well.
Iverson. And the bench reacts. I don't know the story. There's clearly a story here on Irwin, who makes the tackle. And I'm guessing that's his first tackle of the season. And now that he gets out of the game. But
it could be the first tackle of his varsity career.
It could be his first tackle ever.
It could be the first tackle ever.
Yeah, he's back in there. Just the way the bench erupted. You love to see that. You love to see the camaraderie. How about this tackle?
That's Gage Atkinson coming over for the play for the Grizzlies. Atkinson, just a sophomore, so he might be another one of those that's hasn't gotten a lot of reps so far in a varsity game.
You just love to see it when teammates are happy for other teammates. They're engaged in the game. Pressure coming, Hyde. He's got a man out there. I think that's Green, who makes the catch. And he breaks a tackle, and he scores a Preston touchdown. Tate Green wouldn't be denied.
What a way to get into the end zone. Guy Holt just dragging you by the jersey and able to just power his way into the end zone. Another score for Preston.
First score of the second half for the Indians.
Man, look at that deep throw as Green just beat his man. And then you can see there, grabbing the jerseys, number 21, Erwin Lurvey of the Grizzlies. But like you said, Green, just too strong. Those legs overpowering and able to get in the end zone. Looks like Preston's going to go for 2 on the extra points conversions.
Hyde, he can run for it if he wants to. Instead he flips it to Harris. 2-point conversion is good. So they atone for that missed PAT with the 2-point conversion, and now it's 44-21. All right, how about our GNC player of the game? Who's it going to be?
I don't know. Who do you think it's going to be? It's got to be the man, Ike Larson. He's made so many plays today. A couple touchdowns, that pick 6. He has 2 interceptions today, and I believe he's caught 2 touchdowns as well. And it seems every time he's touched the ball, it's been a big play. There's that play of the game right there.
And then watch the wave here. Bye-bye. Incredible. Love it. Our GNC player of the game, Ike Larson. Well-deserved, again, verbal to Utah State. And I don't know any other schools are looking at him, but I'm sure after tonight, the list is going to grow.
Well, and I'm sure the Aggies are going to be happy. Hey, he's already committed to us.
Smith with the onside. Still free, now out of bounds. Should be a penalty. So last week, Logan got an onside kick recovery, and so did Skyview. I mean, you just don't see that very often. It happened the same week, twice.
Pretty crazy.
Yeah,
pretty crazy to see. It's pretty rare that teams even go for them. I mean, in a situation like this, usually you see it, but someone actually getting an onside kick, it almost never happens. But it is cool to see when it does happen.
Maybe in the high school game, the percentage is a little bit greater. But, yeah, 2 last week. Don't see it often. But this one goes out of bounds, so a penalty against Preston. And the ball will be advanced for Logan. 2:12 left. Another quarterback in there.
Got Bodie Rudd in for the Grizzlies here. He's a freshman coming into the game. So you know it's probably one of his first games.
45. Jersey number 45. That was Rudy Rudiger's number. Different logo this year. How about that? The claw. The claw. It used to be the L, you know, like we have on the scoreboard there.
Nice to see a claw. A bit of a change, but
yeah, and the stripe is now shortened in the back. I haven't seen these. This new look. They've had these black jerseys for a while, but they were a great story last year. 9-2, lost to Pineview. They surrendered 68 points against the Panthers. They lost 68-50, and then they lost their head coach. So what's kind of crazy is Bart Bowen. So he heard that. So Skyview's coach Robinson, he left to go to California. Found out that the Skyview job was open, so he wanted to apply for that job. But as we see a run here by Logan, so then he was told that, well, the Skyview job was taken by the Ridgeline coach, and so then he made a call to Ridgeline and said, hey, you have an opening. No, actually the Logan coach took the Ridgeline job, and so then he called Logan, and he was like, is it still open? And I think he met with Mike Hansen and became the head coach, but he tried Skyview, Ridgeline, and third time was charred, Logan. So he's a graduate of Utah State, speaking of Bart Bowen. And he's happy with where he's at. He's excited for the future. And, boy, his offense certainly was impressive tonight. 44 points, I guess some of that was that Larson pick 6, but still very impressive by this offense. And I don't know anything about Desert Pines, but I'd be curious to see what happens with that game down in Las Vegas at Bishop Gorman. And then they'll be at Mountain Crest and start region play. And this goes absolutely nowhere as Hess got caught in the backfield.
It's Tate Rawlings there for the Indians to make the tackle for a loss. Get in there quick, right through that Logan line.
Do want to thank tonight's sponsors. Planet Fitness, the judgment-free zone, GNC, Live Well, Sports Academy and Racket Club, your results, your life. Thank you so much for being involved with Utah Sports Network's coverage of high school football. Had a blast. Of course, we've got one more game coming up. Was that deflected?
Looked like it might have been deflected, and if it wasn't, man, was that a close one.
Right there. We do have a second game, Shelley and Skyview coming up. Should be 20 minutes after the conclusion of this game. We'll have it for you. Got to feel good, though, for Logan getting their first win for Coach Bowen, who was the head coach at Cottonwood, and that was a tough job. He was there 2018, 2017, had a lot of wins with the Colts, but really, I know embracing his opportunity here with Logan. Part of Bear River State title team as a player. I asked him if he played college football. He's like, I was a 180-pound center. What do you think? Not a lot of opportunities. So he finished here at Utah State. Iverson, boy.
He just does not want to go down.
You can tell they are tired, but I just love the effort that Preston's giving.
Well, and even Preston's offense is still running. You know, they're playing with the same guys they've played all game, and a lot of these Logan defenders are coming in fresh legs, and so it's nice to see these Indians just still going 100%, giving all their heart on the field.
Isaac Hopkins so close to getting another sack. He was something special last year. I think he was the leading sack man for Logan. He was their best pass rusher last year. I didn't hear too much about him this year, but he's applied pressure. He does have a sack earlier in the game. He's got those gold shoes, so he stands out. Second and 10 after the throwaway. Hyde goes on the run and really just probably throwing that ball out of bounds. Iverson was the closest Indian. Third and 10. So we talked about Shelley and Skyview. That'll be 20 minutes following this one. Other games played tomorrow. Stansbury at Green Canyon, Ridgeline at Farmington, Box Elder at Mountain Crest, and Bonneville at Bear River. And you see Skyview in their grays tonight. This game we were hoping would kick off at 8:30. It's 8:30 right now. Hyde, boy, took a shot. He's got a man out there. It's Harris who makes the catch inside the 10. And Hyde paid a price.
Who else would it be but Harris down there to make that catch? And would you look at that? But that is a long throw. That's a wow.
He's Hyde. Wow, that was a great throw.
He has got some arm strength on him.
And that's with pressure coming right at you, knowing you're going to get lit up. And he still delivered a good ball that was catchable, and great for Cole Harris to make the connection. Going to Isaiah Smith. Deflected. Incomplete.
Preston's got just 9 seconds here, but you know they want to put another score on the field.
If you're Kevin Rice, you're like, come on, defense, let's go. Let's hold them. We've played really well this game. They've got one late touchdown. Let's not have a second late touchdown scored against this defense. Hyde, he's going to be brought down from behind at the 10, and that will do it. So Logan, their first win of 2019, they are 1-2, and we'll go down to Vegas to face Desert Pines. And for Preston, they'll go to Jerome. And they're looking for their first win of the 2019 season. Our thanks to Preston and Logan. And thank you for watching our stream on YouTube and Facebook. Our final score, Logan 44, Preston 21. For our entire crew, thanks for watching. This has been a presentation of Syscom and Utah Sports Network. Good night, everybody.